I'll call this meeting to order. We will start with the consent agenda. All the following items which concern reports and items of a routine nature normally approved at AHA meetings will be approved by one vote unless any trustee desires to have a separate vote on any or all these items. The consent agenda consists of a discussion, consideration, and action on the following items. Minutes of the monthly finance meeting on April 19, 2016. Minutes of the monthly trustee meeting on April 19, 2016. And a check report April 8, 2016 through May 7, 2016.
I move we approve the consent agenda.
A second.
We have a motion by Dr. Brown, a second by Darlene Sanderson to approve the consent agenda as it was presented. Roll call vote, please.
Brown.
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Castor.
Yes.
Hannaford.
Yes.
Kinsey.
Yes.
Sanderson. Yes. Simon.
Yes.
Next is the CEO's report. Candace.
All right. The telehospital program with Dr. Rader and his company has been very successful. Very appreciative for all their work in getting that program up and running for us. We have become a little greedy. If we get down to 6 patients, we're wondering where they're all at. You know, I think our average daily was 8.2 is what we ended up at, and yeah, it is awesome. They've done a great job. Our customers have been satisfied. The families have been, it's been well received. So we really appreciate that. Upfront collections remains pretty steady. It's at $27,654. As you maybe noticed, the crew has been busy getting the landscape and the facilities cleaned up, and I've actually had people telling us how good it looks inside and out. So it's nice when all that hard work pays off. We appreciate the maintenance department for working hard on that, and the housekeeping staff, because it's a lot to take care of. You can see we've hired some new staff. It's been a challenge. With the increase in census is a need for more staff, and so we've been hurriedly trying to get more people recruited, and I think we're about there now. So we're pretty excited about that. June 6th, Gwen Holderby, who is our nurse practitioner in the urgent care, is going to be going to primary care downtown with Brian and Lindsay, and she's pretty excited about that. When I came back from medical leave, the first day back, Gwen sends me an email, and she says, "No big hurry, but I'd like to go to primary care if there's a spot." And I'm like, oh gosh, when is that ever going to happen? So it happened sooner than I thought it would. So we're pretty excited because we really want to keep Gwen. She's a keeper. She's one of those employees that you want to keep around. So we, as of May 31st, we are putting our hospice license on inactive status due to low volumes. It's just trying to move on, and so that those girls are getting all of that wrapped up and everything taken care of. And there are other providers here in town that can take care of the services for our community, so we're going to let them do that. We have, speaking of hiring more staff, we have hired Gwen's replacement in urgent care. We've also hired another nurse practitioner and another PA for the emergency room. So we are just about to get everything in place for all the staff we need. That'll help us decrease all that contract labor locums in the emergency room that's so expensive. It should decrease our cost by about $30,000 a month.
Over $30,000 a month.
On April 21st, I attended a meeting at OHA. I sit on their council on rural health, and we're trying to work on some language. Bridget, you were there too, right? It's been in the statute for a long time, kind of held as a marker, that if you'll remember, when we were kind of at that point of not having inpatients, but still wanting to remain viable, this committee is trying to work on recommendations to the state health department for language to allow a hospital to remain open with outpatient services, and just kind of see what that looks like, because right now in the state of Oklahoma, if you're a hospital, you have to have inpatient services. So we're just beginning to scratch the surface of that. Trying to think if we got any new equipment or anything. I can't think of anything. That's all I have at this time. Just been busy working on recruiting. Do you have any questions for me?
If not, I'd entertain a motion.
I move that we approve the Shared Medical Center written report for May 17, 2016.
Second.
We have a motion by Dr. Kinsey, a second by Ms. Simon, to accept the Shared Medical Center written report for May 17, 2016. Roll call vote, please.
Klein.
Yes.
Casper.
Yes.
Hannaford.
Yes.
Kinsey.
Yes.
Sanderson. Yes. Simon.
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Candace. Next is the CFO's report. Kevin?
Okay, for the month of April, we did see an increase of $216,454 from all operations. We were at $1,927,205 of gross revenue. The hospital was the one that seen the largest increase due to the increase in patient census. We increased our revenue by $247,139. The nursing home had a decrease of $25,064, and Homestead decreased by $5,622. The patient days for April were 219 compared to 87 in March. Our hospice days for April were 30 compared to 72 in March. And our clinic visits were down a little over 100, went to 1171 compared to 1285 in March. Nursing home average daily census for April was 49 compared to 51.4 in March. Hospital contractuals, less bad debts and charity care for April was 48.6% of gross patient revenue. Accounts written off to collection agency for April totaled $92,828. Charity care totaled $9,601. Operating expenses, including salaries and benefits, totaled $513,794, an increase of $40,277 compared to the prior month. Net operating loss for April was $177,406, and with sales tax and other contributions, net loss for all three operations is $102,131. We did have cash on hand of $809,594 for the month of April, and that represented 23.2 days of operating expense. Our accounts receivable balance increased by $352,155, up to $3,065,690. Gross days increased by 1.6. We were up to 63.4 for April. Net days increased by 2.4, 50.7. Our accounts payable balance for April was $637,997. That represented 41.8 days of operating expense. So, if we flip over to the first page, one of the line items I want to talk about is that other expenses. You notice that that's back up again. And that's due to each quarter that we have to make the shop payment of the $60-some thousand. So we have to put the expense down there, $60-some thousand. And then you'll notice up above, the Medicaid contractual is actually a credit because we take that as a credit. So it's kind of a wash, but for accounting reasons, I have to put them in two different spots. Otherwise, the expenses stay pretty much the same between the 2 months. Year to date, last year at this time, for all three entities, we were at $173,456 net income. This year, we're at $72,254 net loss. And a lot of the differences, if you'll notice on page 4, is due to the sales tax. Last year, we were at $1,527,000. This year, at $1,147,000. Next page is the hospital's income statement. You can see with a $250,000 increase, we're up to $1,625,000. You can see that's the best for the last 6 months of gross charges. We netted $712,166. Net operating, we got net operating loss of $169,679, but with sales tax and contributions, a loss of $95,430. Year-to-date, for the hospital, last year at this time, we were at a $357,000 net profit. This year, we're at a $65,058 loss. And the majority of that difference is in our sales tax that we talked about before, of about the $400,000. The nursing home, with that $25,000 decrease this month, was due mainly to, we finally got most of the patients transitioned over here for all their swing beds, their skilled nursing stays, and so they've seen a decrease in their average daily census. They ended up losing $30,469 from operations. Year-to-date, they're at $180,261 loss this year compared to last year's loss of $272,897. The homestead continued on with the revenue. The meal revenue was down, and that's really due to the issue of timing, but when we get some payments from feeding the people in the jail and stuff. But they still had gross revenue of $75,269, and still net income of $23,768. And year-to-date, you can see they're at $173,066 net income compared to last year of $89,288. So they're doing a lot better than they were last year. Page 11 is our accounts receivable, and the one thing I want to point out here is that our unbilled at the end of April was $720,921. It's up about $270,000. And the reason for that is with all the increased census and stuff, and trying to get Dr. Rader, who's our telehospitalist, on the computer system so he can actually get out there and finish up his charts and stuff. There were some issues about connecting where he could do them from his house as well as from his workplace. And we got those resolved. Hopefully, we've been continued busy. It has climbed some more in May, but hopefully by the end of May, we'll have that all worked out and we'll actually start seeing all that cash come in. Page 13 and 14 is your balance sheet, and the rest of your pages are your statistical summary.
Are there any questions for Kevin? If not, we will move on. Kevin, thank you. Next, Dr. Kinsey, you have about the rest of the board meeting.
Well, it's not as bad as it looks. The Medical Staff Executive Committee met. We spent most of our meeting discussing the appointments to courtesy staff and HIPAA, actually. But the majority of it was appointments to courtesy staff. So I have quite a few people to review with you. All of the staff members were recommended to be approved, but I have to go through them one by one. So here we go. All right. I move that we appoint to courtesy staff Diane Means. She is an ER physician who has done a lovely job. She's spent quite a few days here, and we expect her to return from time to time.
Second.
You had a pause there. I'm just making sure. We have a motion by Dr. Kinsey, a second by Kayla Simon to appoint to courtesy staff Diane Means, MD. Roll call vote.
Casper?
Yes.
Hannaford?
Yes.
Kinsey?
Yes.
Sanderson? Yes. Simon?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Klein?
Yes.
I also move that we appoint to courtesy staff Genevieve Doolin, MD. She's also an emergency room physician, also another fine physician who's done a good job in the emergency room.
Second.
We have a motion by Dr. Kinsey, a second by Terry Klein to appoint to courtesy staff Geneva Doolin, MD. Roll call vote, please.
Hannaford,
Yes.
Kinsey,
Yes.
Sanderson,
Yes.
Simon.
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Casper.
Yes.
I move that we appoint to courtesy staff Alvin Sanyo Konya, MD. He also spent just a brief time in the emergency room, but was another fine physician. And I don't know, this is the side point, but we should maybe send a little note to these folks and tell them, come back sometime
I
soon.
tried to recruit Dr. Means, she wouldn't go for it.
Second.
I have a motion by Dr. Kinsey, a second by Ayla Simon to appoint to courtesy staff Ahong Sanyo Cognac, MD.
Wow.
Yeah.
You are paying attention.
Roll call vote, please.
Kinsey,
Yes.
Sanderson,
Yes.
Simon.
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Casper,
Yes.
Hannaford.
Yes.
I move that we appoint to courtesy staff Dr. Donald Klinger. Also spent a few days in the emergency room.
Second.
We have a motion by Dr. Kinsey, a second by Terry Klein to appoint to courtesy staff Donald Klinger, DO. Roll call vote, please.
Sanderson,
Yes.
Simon.
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Casper,
Yes.
Hannaford,
Yes.
Kinsey.
Yes. I move that we appoint to courtesy staff Mutaz Subhi Yunus, MD.
Second.
We have a motion by Dr. Kinsey, a second by Ayla Simon to appoint to courtesy staff Mutaz Subhi Yunus, MD. Roll call vote, please.
Simon.
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Casper,
Yes.
Hannaford,
Yes.
Kinsey,
Yes.
Sanderson.
Yes.
Matthew Jarrett is a family practitioner who has agreed to supervise our nurse practitioners and physician's assistants in their pediatric patients. And I move that we appoint him to courtesy staff.
Second.
We have a motion by Dr. Kinsey, a second by Darlene Sanderson to appoint to courtesy staff Matthew Jared, MD. Roll call vote, please.
Brown,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Casper,
Yes.
Hannaford,
Yes.
Kinsey,
Yes.
Sanderson,
Yes.
Simon.
Yes.
Bruce Thompson is also an ER physician, and I move that we appoint him to courtesy staff.
Second.
We have a motion by Dr. Kinsey, a second by Ayla Simon to appoint to courtesy staff Bruce Thompson, MD. Roll call vote, please.
Klein,
Yes.
Casper,
Yes.
Hannaford,
Yes.
Kinsey,
Yes.
Sanderson,
Yes.
Simon.
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
Because Dr. Rader would like a day off now and then, he has chosen Dr. Matthew Gis, or Gis Matthew, to cover for him from time to time, and I move that we appoint Dr. Gis Matthew to courtesy staff.
Second.
We have a motion by Dr. Kinsey, a second by Darlene Sanderson to appoint to courtesy staff Just Matthew, MD. Roll call vote, please.
Casper,
Yes.
Hannaford,
Yes.
Kinsey,
Yes.
Sanderson,
Yes.
Simon.
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
I move that we appoint to courtesy staff Dr. Kim Young for the emergency room.
Second.
We have a motion by Dr. Kinsey, a second by Ayla Simon to appoint to courtesy staff Kim S. Young, DO. Roll call vote, please.
Hannaford,
Yes.
Kinsey,
Yes.
Sanderson,
Yes.
Simon.
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Casper.
Yes.
Also an emergency room physician, I move that we appoint to courtesy staff Dr. Adam Gardner.
Second.
Sorry. MP.
You still second that?
Second.
Okay. I have a motion by Dr. Kinsey, a second by Terry Klein to appoint to courtesy staff Adam Gardner, MD. Roll call vote, please.
Kinsey,
Yes.
Sanderson,
Yes.
Simon.
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Casper,
Yes.
Hannaford.
Yes.
I move that we appoint to courtesy staff Ryan Smith, DO, also in the ER.
Second.
Have a motion by Dr. Kinsey, a second by Dr. Hannaford, to appoint to courtesy staff Ryan Smith, DO. Roll call vote, please.
Sanderson,
Yes.
Simon.
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Casper,
Yes.
Hannaford,
Yes.
Kinsey.
Yes. Dr. Nicholas O'Bright is also a St. Anthony's physician, and I move that we appoint him to courtesy staff.
Second.
I have a motion by Dr. Kinsey, a second by Terry Klein, to appoint to courtesy staff Nicholas O'Bright, MD. Roll call vote, please.
Simon.
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Casper,
Yes.
Hannaford,
Yes.
Kinsey,
Yes.
Sanderson.
Yes.
Colin Hill is a physician's assistant who will be coming to work in the emergency room. He's going to be our full-time emergency room replacement staff member. I move that we appoint him to allied staff.
Second.
We have a motion by Dr. Kinsey, a second by Darlene Sanderson, to appoint to allied staff Colin Hill, PA. Roll call vote, please.
Brown,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Casper,
Yes.
Hannaford,
Yes.
Kinsey,
Yes.
Sanderson.
Yes.
Simon.
Yes.
Tammy Willingham Loomis is a nurse practitioner who will be coming to work in our urgent care. And I move that we appoint her to allied staff.
Second.
We have a motion by Dr. Kinsey, a second by Dr. Hannaford, to appoint to allied staff Tammy Willingham Loomis, NP. Roll call vote, please.
Klein,
Yes.
Casper,
Yes.
Hannaford,
Yes.
Kinsey,
Yes.
Sanderson.
Yes.
Simon.
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
So I made myself a little sticky note so I didn't forget.
Okay.
Number one, I am still accepting patients. It has been an interesting few months because with Dr. Colbert being out, I kind of had to absorb his patients and his patient load, and the whole team has done a lot for that, but there's a lot of stuff that just I had to do. So my wait time has been long for new patients, but I am still accepting patients, and I want to make sure that we get that word out to people. It's been coming back to me that we're not accepting patients. It's always frustrating. Of course, a few years ago, we went through this also. So just try to remember to let people know that we're all accepting, all of the providers at the clinic are accepting patients. We're getting a new ad campaign out to try to remind people that we are accepting patients. And it might be a wait before you get to see me, but accepting patients. Also, I noticed when I was reading the lovely congratulations graduates that Megan Webb wants to be a doctor. And I really think that we should start something where we support our folks, not necessarily monetarily, but we should start some sort of a chain of support for people who are thinking of going to medical school so that they think about coming back here. Even if they don't think about it, our support can make other people think about it. You know, oh my gosh, your town sends you a box of cookies every month? You know, what is that all about? Those sorts of things probably mean more than scholarships sometimes. And if we have some sort of a program where we're routinely asking people in the community to participate, and we do this routinely, I think we can draw people. I really think we can draw people back. I think if we're not trying to draw people back, that we won't. So I think we can start if she doesn't feel like we're stalking her, we can start with
We're not
making.
getting her.
Also, there are about 9 nurses.
I was gonna say, I have about 6 kids total in the medical. that was
Yeah,
our
I
design
think
this
there are
year.
like 9 nurses in there. People who want to go to different levels of nursing. And I think that we can come up with some sort of a campaign, a support program, something. I think the churches have all the lunches taken. But maybe we can do
I think
snacks.
job shadowing is terribly important.
Yeah, I do.
Up here.
I think something like that is nice, but snacks are good too.
Snacks.
I can't tell you how important snacks are.
I think she's
I think
hinting,
you're hungry.
she wants some up there.
No, I mean, the drug companies know that snacks are important, and we should know it too. But in any case, I really think that we should take a look back at this and start thinking ahead. Yeah, it's going to be 12 years, but if we don't in 12 years, she's going to be somewhere else,
Right.
and so is everybody else. So we need to try something.
Good idea.
The nurses are 40.
Yeah, so I'm not sure this kid's gonna be yours this year.
All right. Next is the quality report. Dr. Kinsey.
And yes,
Yeah.
there was not much on coffee. I know that the coffee met, but there was not a lot of concerns that needed to be addressed during coffee this time. So I have not much to report, except that we did have to approve a new, I forgot about that, sorry, glad you mentioned it. We do have to approve a new non-alcohol foaming hand sanitizer. The medical board recommended that we approve it's not on here for vote though, so we can't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
under
It's
infection.
under there.
Is it under there? Oh, that, sorry, okay, under B. Thank you.
And it's in your packet.
So, we need a non-alcohol based hand sanitizer. And there was, sorry, I'm just a mess. But we reviewed the hand sanitizers. The Symmetry non-alcohol foaming hand sanitizer was chosen to be the replacement for our current alcohol-based hand sanitizer. And it was approved in the medical staff meeting. So I move that we approve the policy for a non-alcohol foaming hand sanitizer.
Second.
We have a motion from Dr. Kinsey, a second by Dr. Brown, to approve the policy for the non-alcohol foaming hand sanitizer. Roll call vote, please.
Casper,
Yes.
Hanford,
Yes.
Kinsey,
Yes.
Anderson,
Yes.
Simon.
Yes.
Brown.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Is there anything else in your report?
There was nothing else.
Okay. Very good. Well, thank you. And thank you for your efforts. Next item is our contract review for quality evaluation.
They're all compliant.
That would be under patient care for you guys. Are there any questions from anybody in regards to those? If not, we will move on to the shared convalescent home report. Rita?
Hi. April was kind of just same old stuff. We did, towards the end of April, start seeing some of our college students slow down, and they had a busy finals week, and they've all are on their way to their new careers. So we're now looking at the new ones coming up. So we're trying to spot them, see if we can't get them. I think we have hired probably 5 or 6 to do some replacing. We'll replace probably 3 or 4 more. We'll have probably some more students after school is out from high school that will come up. We were talking about nursing students, Kevin and I was today. You have a lot of nurses students in the high school that are going to be looking at LPN, they're going to be looking at RN. There was several that I think, because I scoped them out in the paper. And we'll start, they have to have some sort of healthcare service before they go on. So, you know, there's a door for them open for us, and we want to make sure it's open for them. The residents are doing great. We were going to have a picnic Thursday, but it's supposed to rain, so we're going to hold off until next Tuesday. It'll be under the pergola, and I can't really think of anything else. May, we'll get ready. We had a nice Mother's Day lunch on Sunday. Can't think of anything else.
Surveys coming up.
Survey last year was July 31st, so we could.
They usually go.
We got a 6-month window here, so. We'll try to get, I think we're probably okay, actually.
All right. Any other questions? If not, Rita, thank you. Next, Kelly, Homestead Report.
April was still a good month in the finances. Occupancy did decline though, about 3.5% from March into April. We were still about 10.5% better than we were last year. So we're still doing real well. We had an average guest per night of 43.6, and we have 54 apartments altogether. We do have one move-in scheduled for this weekend, and we've had a few move-outs for various reasons, mostly dealing with health issues or death, and so that's, I guess, you know, when everybody lives together like they live together out there, when people get sick or when people pass away, there's been some challenges to overcome, but both with the staff and the residents. But we have hired a new resident services coordinator who actually we hired, reported that I don't know why I've got her in here again, but Suzanne Walter has been hired, and she has really taken the bull by the horns and had a tremendous amount of activities going on at the homestead. And if you've followed us on Facebook, we had an increase in page likes from 447 to 456. But what's probably most significant is we've had reaction, which is when people like or share or whatever they do with the emojis and that kind of stuff. But in the month of March, we had 4 of those. And then the month of April, we had 367. So a lot of that has to do with she's putting pictures on Facebook of what our residents are doing, and it's all fun stuff. And I had one person from the community tell me, she goes, you know, I think I need to move out there. This is all stuff that I want to do. These aren't old people. And so, and that's, it's been really, really good, really active. We've started tracking participation. Anytime a resident is participating in an activity, we're giving them a raffle ticket. At the end of the month, we have a drawing, and whose ever ticket is drawn gets $50 off their rent. So that's been a little bit of an encouragement, but I think more than that, it's been the people who have really just been excited about the different types of activities that have been going on. Nobody won in April. This might be a good strategy, that it entices them to want to participate, but then they lose their tickets, so nobody wins. I think when nobody won in April, though, they all figured out they need to have a special place where they keep their tickets so that they don't lose them. And so, I bet we have a winner in May. Kevin mentioned our meals. Total meals were down about 4% out of the Homestead Kitchen. And our costs were down just about the same for meal costs. Our cost per meal is running about $2.40 year to date. New spring and summer menus are have started this month, and before the end of the month we'll start having a soup of the day. So, soup du jour. If any of you guys ever want to come out and eat with us, just let me know. That's all I have for the homestead.
Any questions for Kelly in regards to the homestead? If not, Kelly, foundation report.
Foundation had its annual volunteer and donor appreciation dinner last month, and it was there was a mix-up with the invitations. We didn't have very good attendance. The invitations were actually, I think, arrived in people's mailboxes the Saturday after the Thursday event. So we do know that happened. By the time we knew it was going to happen, it was too late to do anything about it. So we apologize for that. We did have, 15 or so of us there, and it was a nice meal at Northwestern Ranch Room.
Quaint.
And we did recognize our volunteers with the most hours. Carol Deviney was Volunteer of the Year with, I think, in the neighborhood of 1,300 hours in the year 2015. And so that was real exciting. Dr. Brown was recognized again for his volunteer service, as well as Charlie and Eleanor Pellerin, and though not in attendance, Lynn Heasley and Darlene Holtzclaw. Thank you. But they've, had probably a couple thousand hours between them, or more than that, between them in 2015. And it was nice to be able to appreciate them. And then, so we have that. We are reviewing scholarship applications right now. By the end of the week, we'll have chosen a scholarship recipient for the AHA scholarship. Those applications came in late from the school, so we're a little bit behind on that. But we do have 6 from Alva and 2 from Burlington that have applied, and all good candidates. Candace and I have spoken briefly about following up with whether they win or the scholarship, or not, following up with them about their interest in healthcare careers and how Share Medical Center might be able to be a part of their ongoing education and development. So, great point, Dr. Kinsey. I think there's not enough. There are too many opportunities. There's so many opportunities that we need to take advantage of with the whole grow your own philosophy. So that would conclude my report.
Kelly, how many did you say total applicants did you have?
8. Is that right, Terry?
I think so.
Okay.
All right, any questions for Kelly? I guess I'd like to reiterate in the recognition of the volunteers. There's a lot of stuff that couldn't get done without those volunteers, and so those are very meaningful hours and very meaningful people to dedicate their time. So thank you to all of you.
He's just a regular employee.
I know. Do you like his salary?
He's cheap too.
I tell you the 2 advantages that I see of volunteering. One is that I can always say, hey, I'm leaving early. And the other one is that I can say things to the people further up in the hierarchy, things that an employee would not ever dare say. And sometimes they need to hear those things.
Next, Bridget, St. Anthony's report.
Okay. We have our CEO and kind of executive strategic planning retreat tomorrow. Again, we apologize that we couldn't get that on the weekend, that everybody could participate with us, but we understand it's a hard time of the year and lots of things going on. But we appreciate everybody coming tomorrow, and so we're anxious to kind of see what comes out of that meeting, to see what our strategic direction and goals will be for the next 12 or 18 months. So we will be doing that tomorrow. I don't know if y'all have been on any social media or anything, but it looks like the tobacco tax passed the House and the Senate today. It looked like there was one little amendment and had to go back to the House, but I think that's really good news. It's very exciting. So I think that's certainly something that we need to hear at this point. They've just been so quiet. They just weren't real sure what they were going to do. I know that there's been a lot of advocacy going on, so we've appreciated the efforts from all the affiliate hospitals and their boards and medical staff that have called and spoken out and helped with that initiative. So it's a big deal for the rural hospitals in particular. So I was excited to see that. We do have another education opportunity on patient satisfaction with HCAP. I'm not even sure that I added y'all on that, and that's why I wrote that down, because I may have not, Cindy may not have that here last time, but anybody that didn't get to participate next time that wants to is going to be on the 10th as well, June 10th. So if I didn't add you on that, let me know. And then again, the pavilion is opening on June 10th, so I was very excited about that. It's been tied up quite a bit trying to get that project off the ground, so we're excited for that to open. I haven't even been inside of it, so I don't even know what it looks like, so I'm anxious to see what it looks like. So I think overall, and I don't know, we done anything else this month for getting convention? This has been a rough month to get people coordinated. I'm sure probably next month will be too, so I should be okay with making a little progress, I guess. Right? So, but I think for the most part, we're collaboratively looking at physician recruitment. I think that's one of the things that we've really got to. We had a surgeon that's interested in doing some outreach work, so I'm hoping some of the more of those opportunities keep coming in this direction, and that we kind of stumbled across that one. We've got a new physician recruiter in our office, and her office is literally right down the hall from mine, and so she's kind of been screening the folks that have been coming through and asking additional questions about what their interests are. They have an interest in outreach, and like I said, we just happened to stumble across this gentleman that is interested in doing some travel, doesn't mind, living in one of the smaller communities. So that was exciting, and I hope we can find a few more of those opportunities as we move forward. I think the only practice is going to be a huge challenge. A huge challenge, but we'll put our heads together tomorrow and see what we need to do to try to figure that out. How aggressive we need to be. I have no doubt we can figure out a solution. So, is there anything from the board's perspective, as we're coming out of the meeting tomorrow, that y'all are looking for from our relationship with St. Anthony's?
Well, I think the two of the things that you just mentioned right there, one was, the part about our possible rural surgeon or an outreach. I mean, that's not going to hurt anything. And then the recruitment of doctors probably is the biggie. And then, what can we do to continue in outpatient areas to be able to grow those services, and with telemedicine. I mean, I think we are seeing right here what the telemedicine is doing for us for inpatient to help. What can we do in conjunction with our doctors on other outpatient services? And Dr. Kinsey, you might be able to add more to that.
We're taking another swing at outpatient now that we've kind of got the ball rolling. Maybe the outpatient would be.
Well, it's certainly something that Dr. Rader continues to work on, because sparked a lot of interest from folks in what he's doing, and the more that he engages a few more physicians as it goes along, then the interest keeps peaking a little bit more. And so we're adding a couple of pieces of equipment kind of in the area that he works in, and to try to get some of the neurologists to really kind of get on board. Because the fascinating thing that happens with this is that the specialists are engaged in your patient care digital hospitalist program, but it's all via phone. And literally, if they would just stop for just a moment and just pick up an iPad or something, then it would be a billable moment for them. And we're doing it all for free right now. So we're hoping to try to engage them in that environment, and then hopefully that would spin off into some more outpatient opportunities, the more that they kind of get the feel of it. It's, this has been what's happening in the tertiary market this year has been really interesting, just because it's just so busy, and so the specialists have been so busy, and so it's been hard to try to engage them in some of these new things. But I think everybody sees it coming. It's the way of the future. It's the way that, even from a family practice perspective in the metro market, there's going to be missed opportunities if they don't want to engage in virtual visits, and because they're going to be seeing just those patients that are kind of chronic, and they're going to need those opportunities to see some of those more easy maintenance, easy billable opportunities, and we see those coming through telemedicine very easily, which would help us in the rural market in environments like Buffalo, that they're getting a physician, and just by the grace of God, really, that they found somebody. Had they not, we felt like we would need to fill some kind of need there, and to have some type of primary care, and a shortage of some medical in that area. So those are things that we're definitely focused on, and I think Dr. Rayner's certainly an engine to spar that. We've got to talk about it at a corporate level, and we have the biggest telemedicine network in our region as far as SSM is concerned, so we're really trying to engage them at a corporate level as well, so we can spark some more interest, because they're I believe in Wisconsin they have an affiliate network that's pretty strong. They just don't have the telemedicine bandwidth that we do in our program. So we're hoping to share some of those opportunities and kind of gain some interest from a corporate level as well, which would certainly help. So yes, we're very interested. Our department specifically is very, very, very interested in engaging as much as far as we can go with telemedicine.
The only other thing I could think of off the top of my head is contractuals with the insurance companies, if there's something that you guys can do to help us. I mean, you guys have more knowledge.
Our contract.
Well,
We had that conversation about trying to negotiate.
the antitrust law, I'm pretty stout around that, but if that ends up being one of our top 5 goals that all the affiliates agree on, then I see us having to form some kind of corporation to get around that in some manner. And it'll take a little bit to get together, but it would then provide us the opportunity to come together as a group to negotiate those contracts.
Because that's money instantly, but what they're already doing, it goes
Yeah.
right back in our pocket.
Right now, we're not allowed to do that. We're not even allowed to with our Epic hospital that use our computer system. If they call and say, hey, what should we charge for this? We're not even allowed to say, you should charge this dollar amount. And they're very strict on those rules. And I don't really understand those rules, but I respect that they're there.
Sure.
But it is very limiting when it comes to, because we would love to come together as a group, particularly with Blue Cross and Blue Shield. I lived that when I was a CFO and a CEO, and I would do anything to try to help.
We just need room to bring those.
Yes, like I said, so if it comes out as a top 5 initiative, then I think we should do it and get it done so that we can have some power behind that. Like I said, we're actively still working on the CIO, but it still doesn't help with your first contract. It's the layer contract that we would be able to have some power over, but nothing for that original one.
Any other questions? Comments? If not, Bridget, thank you.
You're welcome, thank you.
Next. City Council report.
Real quick meeting last night. Highlights, continue to talk about the budget, preparing for a new budget year. We're finishing up some projects with our meter replacement and water lines, prepping roads and streets, getting ready for resurfacing, getting the library, a new roof. And then probably the biggest thing that affects maybe this group is we did lose our ambulance director, so that's posted now. We'll be trying to get that hired as soon as we can.
That was good. It's a huge loss. The positive thing is he is going to still be around.
Yeah.
So we'll still be there to help us with education.
So he's not moved.
He is, well, he'll be based out of Woodward.
Okay. All right. Any questions? No? Okay. I do not have anything to report. There was no items of new business that were brought up to me. So we are adjourned.